Drizzy and T-Money blasting off the map. Mic check one, we igniting the chat. Big thoughts, big laughs, real talk on tap. From the stars to your ears, it's a certified slap. We break limits, no rules, no fear. Dropping gems every week, loud and clear. Vibes interstellar, mind so clever. Tune in once, you'll be hooked forever. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride. Catch the wave, let the banter take flight. Brainstorm sparking through the depths of night. Underdogs talking, put the world in sight. All killer, no filler, just truth in the mic. Zone out, let the speakers combust. In a convo with hosts you can trust. Groundbreaking spins, no fine gold dust. It's a must, turn us up, adjust. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride.
Don't sneeze on me.
Sorry, T-Money.
Get the hell out of here, Drizzy.
Okay. Welcome back to the Don't Sneeze on Me podcast. What up, T-Money?
How's it going, Drizzy?
It's going pretty great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Had a very relaxing couple days.
Yes, indeed we did.
So it was definitely what the body and soul needed.
Oh, it was so nice just to like disconnect and unwind and like not have to worry about work, not have to worry about responsibilities at home, and just kind of do nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
not nothing, but
I mean, we did enough to keep us occupied, but at the same time, I mean, it's sometimes you just need to get away from like the norm.
Yeah.
And let yourself have a few days, to your either to yourself or a lot of people do staycations. I mean, we did kind of like a small short
semi-staycation.
It was a short
little road trip.
Yeah, like a short distance vacation.
Yeah, went out to the Poconos.
Yeah.
Which I love. I absolutely love the Poconos. It's a beautiful area. The town we were in was a pretty small town.
If you can actually call it a town.
If you can call it a town. Not even a grocery store in the town. There was a Dollar General, so that's a big win. But it was between a couple state parks. It was right by a ski resort, so there wasn't much civilization around, you know. But lots of nature. Man, was it beautiful.
I mean, it was just really, the type of setting that you look for when you want to, break free from, where we live. I mean, we live in Jersey.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're never really that far from people. And if you need to go to, a Wegmans, a ShopRite, and a Walmart, you can do that within like 20 minutes of each other.
No matter where you are in Jersey, pretty much.
I mean, where we were was, Wegmans was like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
And
Walmart was a journey.
Yeah, like you had to, you don't want to have to go back more than once.
No, but we really thought about this before we booked it, and we did a lot of searching for the right house, like the right place, and I think we found it. I think we definitely found the right place.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny when we first pulled up because I was like, we have this whole thing. It was because it was a lot bigger when driving up, at night. I really.
It was a big house.
Yeah, I paused for a second because I was like, "Wait, we have this whole thing? Like this was a decent sized house. I mean, it was what a three bedroom,
2 bathroom,
two bath,
with
giant,
a full basement,
giant
game
finished
room.
basement. I mean, and the basement downstairs, like the couch really turned into like another bed.
Yeah, pull out bed down in the basement.
So I mean,
yeah.
you could have quite a few people there.
And what was that? Like a 75-inch?
It had to be
TV at least in the basement.
I mean, it was a real nice little setup they had.
It was
going
nice.
On down there.
Nice little. We had a couple nice movie nights.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't remember watching many movies. I fell asleep very
We
quickly.
both did.
But when you tap the person's foot, like it's 5 a.m. I'm going to bed.
And we're like, okay.
You can stay here if you want, but I'm not staying anymore.
I stayed. No, but it was just, like I said, it was just, there were no expectations on this trip. It's kind of, we just did whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
Very low key. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I don't
I mean,
know.
the best part I think for me is like just being away from work. I mean, listen,
Mm-hmm.
I love my job. I enjoy what I do, but when it's during the middle of the week, the work week, and you're kind of on like a weekend type of thing. I mean, I think it makes it that much better because you don't really have to think about anything. It's like I just kind of did my own thing. Like it was, I don't know, that makes a trip like that just hit differently.
I totally agree. Like, how often do we actually get to disconnect during the week?
Oh yeah.
I feel like even if I took a sick day, I
Hmm.
still have to work in some regard. But this week, I actually got to completely tap out, close my Slack, close my email, like everything, and just, you know, not excited for tomorrow morning, not
Hmm.
excited to log in and get caught up, but
Oh yeah.
it's been really nice not to have to worry about anything.
Yeah, for a few days, I was happy, and but I know what's waiting for me
Mm-hmm.
when I log in tomorrow and have to get a bunch of work done tomorrow on Monday prior to a presentation on Tuesday, which I told
Ooh,
a couple people that was not the best idea, but we won't go there.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. My day is jam packed with just meetings tomorrow and getting caught up. But
Mm,
I digress. Wonderful trip.
mhm,
Absolutely enjoyed it and excited to talk a little bit about it today. So, but yeah, cabin beautiful. Oh, we had a pool table that
mhm.
had
Ping
ping
pong and
pong and yeah, yeah.
ping pong air hockey,
It was very cool.
and even though it annoyed the living hell out of you, I did get those fireplaces started.
Oh my goodness, these fireplaces, these gas fireplaces, we could not figure out for the life of us how to start them.
Mm,
T over here messaged the Airbnb host and they gave him the instructions.
mhm.
But every time we tried to do it, it was just click, click, click,
It
click,
it
y'all, over and over and over again.
Listen, it's not as easy as one may think. I had to play with the knob, and
Mm-hmm.
then I had to make sure that the gas was started, and then I lit the
Mm-hmm.
pilot light, and then, every time I hit the pilot light, like I feel like the gas would blow out, and then like it just wouldn't. And then I got the one started, but the one downstairs, it fought me for a little bit. But once I got
Once
it,
you got it,
those bad boys lit
and then we could just start
all
them
the
right
time.
with the remote.
Yeah, the
It was
remote on the
great.
wall. It was actually a really cool idea. I knew that they had stuff like that, but I had never really played with something like that before. I mean, I really felt like if you kept the downstairs fireplace on, it probably would have heated the most of that upper
Oh, I
area
think it. I think
pretty
it
well.
definitely did. You could feel it coming up the
Yeah.
staircase,
I mean,
even.
it got warm upstairs like when we were hanging out yesterday in the living room.
Yeah, it got warm upstairs yesterday. It got warm downstairs last night. So
Mm.
those things are really efficient. But it
Oh
was
yeah.
it was nice to also just have fireplaces. That was a nice little touch.
Something that I don't have at my house, so
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
I
have
have a little
fake
I have a
fireplaces.
little table fireplace.
I have a little mantle here and the little fake fireplace I have down here that T got me for my birthday. Thank you,
Yeah,
T.
you're very welcome.
Giving little nice vibes in here, but a real fireplace or a real-ish fireplace is
Realish.
so nice.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
nice.
I liked it. I said I would definitely have one of those because like I said, you can have a fire pretty much whenever you want it. You don't have to really think, oh, I gotta get wood, I gotta do
Mm-hmm.
this, I gotta do that. It's like I'm gonna hit the button on the wall and it's gonna turn on.
Yeah, speaking of like having to get wood and stuff, we actually did not have to get any wood. We anticipated using the fire pit outside, but there
Mm,
was some snow,
yeah,
like unexpected. So, and then a little bit of rain the next day that was not in the forecast.
it would have been even if it was cooler out, but it was dry. It would have been nice to use the fireplace or the fire pit.
Yeah.
But it was snowing the one day, which kind of put a hitch in our hiking plans.
No hiking for
Yeah,
us.
no hiking for us, even
No
though
hiking, no fire pit.
yeah. So I mean, we were prepared for it, and like I actually asked the host for a couple places, but I said the weather just didn't play on our
Yeah.
side, so we turned left instead of going right, which
Yeah.
we still
We
had a good
made the
time.
best of
Yeah, we
it.
still had a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
The best perk of the whole place, the
Oh
jacuzzi.
yeah, nice little hot tub.
Yeah, we were living that cruise
The
life
cruise
for the
life.
last few days. It's been lovely.
I said, the best part was, turning off the jacuzzi lights and just gazing up at the stars at night.
Oh,
Like
that
that
first
was
night.
that was beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, because you like there was like no clouds, and I
Mm-mm.
said, once we, the place where the jacuzzi was a dark area, and then once you turned off the jacuzzi lights, it like everything like lit up. And I said, just because we were away from, like just regular public. I mean, there was no real like that light saturation that you get around New Jersey where you just
the
can't
light
see
pollution
anything.
on the East Coast is crazy.
Like it was totally different. It was
Yeah.
it was a lot brighter, and you could see a lot more of the constellations and stuff like that.
Yeah,
which you were calling out.
I was all the constellations. I love constellations, but the one thing that I was sad about was that we were away from Jersey, so we did not get the opportunity to see the aurora borealis. But
which they said was really strong this time. So.
Yeah, but we had our own little adventure and really got to see a lot of stars and enjoyed that and just
space.
Yeah, but I think the second night we spent 3 hours in the jacuzzi. That second night it was amazing.
That was great, yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
I said, because so as we said, it was like snowing, so like the air was real cold.
Oh, it was cold getting in.
But,
it was cold.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Running. I said, sometimes when it's like that weather, you want the jacuzzi to be as close as possible. You just
oh my gosh, right out the door.
Like dive into it. But this one was kind of out the deck, down around to the side of the house, like, and then because it was excuse my language, but fucking dark over there.
It was dark.
Then you're trying not to fall over the stairs that they have or fall into the jacuzzi.
And when it snowed, you didn't want to slip either.
Yeah. So it's like you jump in as fast as possible. It doesn't matter with the heat, because even I was a little worried at the heat at first. I was like,
I know, you're like 104. I can't take it.
I was like, that's a little warm.
I can't do it. You're like, I'm not sure, Driz. I don't think I can go in there. I'm like, you'll be fine. I'm like, I take showers like 105 degrees. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I take a shower at 70. That's sociopath.
But you were okay. You got in.
I didn't have an option.
Okay.
I didn't have an option. It was like, if you want to be cold, then you're gonna stand here like an idiot.
Yep.
Or if you want to burn your skin
just
off,
get in.
Just go
get
right
in the coos.
Get in the coos.
Get in the coos.
It was enjoyable because I said the air was cold, but the tub was warm. So you're just like, it's like sitting in a warm bath as it's like snowing around you. Like it was just perfect. Like I said, you get up, you get a little cold, and you get right back in. You're like, oh, it's even better.
Yep. No, it was nice. And then one thing I do is, like, once I got out, I was getting out. There's no way you can get out and go inside and come back out and do it again.
Yeah.
No way. Too cold for that. But it was definitely worth it, the time you do to go through that to get in there.
Oh yeah. I mean, the getting
out
in
was easier.
Well, yeah, for you, because you just ran in. I had to do the cover and all that.
The first night I did that too.
Yeah, but it wasn't as cold the first night.
Yeah, but you also stayed in longer each night. That's on you.
It may be on me, but I still had to stay out there in the freezing cold.
Well, I mean, poor life choices.
Yeah, well.
So, anyways, yeah, no, I mean, being out there a little bit longer, yes, but it really, I don't know, getting out was just easier, I think, and I think it's more prepared for it, more prepared for the cold.
I mean, like I said, I just psyched myself up. I was like, all right, we're just going to do this. We're just going to get out and just do it. And it's not going to get any warmer. So if you just do it and get it done with, you can run into the house, jump into the shower, put on your warm sweatpants and feel good. And
that was the best.
And then knock out on the couch downstairs.
Best transition was getting out of the coos, taking a long hot shower, and then putting on like soft joggers and a hoodie, and then just getting on the couch.
Well, it's funny because so the first night that we were there, I didn't know what your upstairs area really looked like.
Oh my gosh, I had my own little oasis up there.
You had your own little area. So I was on the first floor. She was on the main level, floor.
Yeah.
And my bathroom, looks like a normal bathroom. So I get in there, and I don't know what happened. I was trying to adjust the curtain, and you know how you're supposed to have like one of the plastic curtains inside the tub, and then the other. So I was trying to adjust that, and the freaking shower curtain comes crashing down as I'm in there, and like now I'm panicked because I'm like, this is not my freaking house. Like, I don't know how to do this because I don't have one of these shower curtains. Mine's drilled into the wall like normal people. And so now I have to like get out of the shower, and I'm dripping wet, so the entire shower and floor are just soaked with water. And then I put it up there, and I'm like, this is not right. I can tell it's not right.
I mean, did it stay up the next two showers?
No, because by the second shower, I figured out what was wrong with it. So then I actually fixed it. But So I did that, but
Well,
yeah,
good
that
job.
that was but it was funny when we were closing up today and I went upstairs and I looked at your shower, I was like, hers is like on an angle,
Yeah.
like I would have had to have my head tilted the
Yeah,
entire time.
that's why like I didn't mind I wanted to be up there too. That way we had our own bathrooms and stuff as
Yeah.
well, and like our own bedrooms that were kind of separate. Like we had our own spaces, which was really nice. But then we could come together in the common areas. But no, I loved having that little bathroom upstairs
It
up
was
against the
weird.
wall.
It was like a weird
Well,
set
it
because
was
it wasn't even
outside
like
of a roof.
it wasn't even like a real shower curtain. Like it only went over like
Half of it.
Part of it
And
was
you
weird.
better believe like water sprayed out all
Oh,
over
yeah.
the floor. I'm like, this is really dumb.
It reminded me of when I went to Ireland. They have that. Like they don't have a full like even
It's
when
like the half.
yeah, it's not even like the curtain. Like it's actually like the
Like a panel
glass
or a
panel.
glass panel.
It comes
yeah.
over halfway, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm missing something over here. Like
Yeah.
and water just sprays all over, and it's like, what? Who thought this was the right concept? It was the same thing with that. I was
Yeah,
like,
this was like
yeah,
half a shower curtain
glad I
cut
didn't-
to like
I
fit
didn't
the
have that.
angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting, but it was a good shower. It was totally fine. The bathroom was perfect. It was exactly what I needed.
It was
so.
funny because until we left, I really hadn't been up there, and I was like, when I looked around, I was like, oh, it was pretty nice up here.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I just had no reason to ever go
Well.
up there. I was like, well,
No, it was a nice little space. So I only really slept in the bed for one night plus 3 hours. So
yeah, because you slept on the couch the other night.
well, yeah, well, we both the first night till 5, and then the
Yeah, well,
next night I just stayed out there.
Yeah, so the first night,
The couch was
the
comfortable.
very first night, because we drove up there, so it was a little bit, it was a
a
longer
little
day.
late, yeah.
And then once we coozed it up a little bit, like it's like you're tired, so
Yeah.
we just laid down on the couch, and I started the first 5 minutes of Black Phone or whatever it is.
Yeah, because the second one came out, so
Yeah.
we wanted to watch the first one
I-
to get caught up.
I literally didn't get past the first.
I think
10
we
minutes.
both passed out
and-
instantly.
Then I woke up and I looked at my phone. I was like, "What time does that say?" And I was like, "It's 5." So then I just tapped your foot. I was like, "Hey, it's 5. I'm going upstairs." And then you followed me up, and you went to your. That's the other reason I didn't want to be upstairs with you, where you were, is because we had to go up the one set of stairs, and I could just go to my bedroom. You had to go up the other set, and I was like, there's too many stairs.
Oh my god!
Too
Oh
many
my god!
stairs. I was like, my
You're
knees-
talking to the one with the bad arthritis in the knees
Yeah,
here.
too
I
many
put up
stairs.
with it.
But
It's
yeah,
fine.
it was like,
I
but
didn't mind.
the second night it was like kind of something similar. Like both fell asleep, and then I woke up. It was at 5 a.m. again. I looked
Yeah.
at it and I was just like, I'm not waking her up this time. I was like, if she wants to get up, she'll get
No,
up.
I was probably like sprawled out,
Yeah,
mouth
you were
open,
out.
snoring.
I was like, she's fine. I was like, I went upstairs, went to my bedroom. I was like, I'm fine. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, and I still was out there until like 9:30. So
Yeah.
no, it was great. It was great.
It was a very comfortable couch. I actually said to myself, I was like, man, I'd love to have like a couch like this in my house because I would never leave it.
That couch was great. Like I have to get a new one here, and I wish I could get something like that. It's way too big for this
yeah.
room. I have to get something a little bit smaller than this next. But that couch was nice, especially because the pull out. I love a pull out couch. I don't know what it is. It's like when you get guests over, they have that option.
Those freaking
Like
things are heavy though.
they are. They're a bitch to move, but they're worth it. Just having that convenience.
Yeah.
So, but when we first got there though, just getting settled into the house, we were talking about how like the shower curtain fell. Well, right before that, so I was up taking a shower, and this is our first night there, and I'm getting out of the shower, just getting out of the shower, and I just hear 3 soft little knocks on the bathroom door. It was just like that, right on the bathroom door.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was you. And I was like, hello? And nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what's up, T? Like, what you need?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. And I was like, you good? Nothing. And then I heard, and I was like, went and opened the door. Nothing. And I looked around. I'm like, okay, there's no one up here. Whole lot of nothing going on. And then I heard that you were down in the shower. Then it was like a few minutes after that, the shower curtain had fallen. So
Well, that's why I asked you, because I knew when the shower curtain fell, like it was loud, so I was like, fuck.
yeah,
I was like, because it hit the toilet and all that stuff. And then like when you told me that story, I was like, when I tell you, I literally hadn't been upstairs since we walked around the house.
yeah.
When we first got there, and then I never went back upstairs.
Yeah, no, it was just a little strange. So I right off the bat, I'm like, if this place is haunted, we're gonna have to go back to Jersey.
I was gonna be like,
I don't know what we're gonna do.
Here's the keys.
So,
You can sleep in the back seat.
luckily, nothing, really happened after that or anything. So the only other thing that happened was when we were out in the coos, I was hearing some weird noises out in the woods, and I looked out and I saw like the fattest raccoon I've ever seen in my life. That thing was humongous. It was like bigger than like a koala. Bless you.
Thank you.
That thing was so huge. It was obviously very comfortable and had very well fed.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I said I didn't really see many. I didn't really see that, but I mean, I know you said it was probably easier because where you were sitting.
Yeah, because I had
said
the view.
I was in a dark corner.
You were, at one point, I was like, had just relaxed for so long, kind of almost like knocked out in the jacuzzi for a little bit. And I kind of looked around. I didn't even see you, and I was like, "T, you still here?" I couldn't even see you. It was so dark in that corner. But no, yeah, I had a good view of that. But then the other house that was next to us, all those deer that were over there.
Yeah, that I kept seeing.
There were so many.
There actually were a lot of deer up there.
It was just in general in that area. Yeah. I've never seen that many deer just like out and about.
I mean, I see them by me because I just live in a different, different area than you. But I mean, I am not used to seeing it that prevalent. Like I said, when my parents and us and my brother and I first moved to like where my parents lived, that was like that area had not been developed yet. Like, the coolest thing there was the mall.
Yeah.
There was like nothing there. So I mean, they had two separate high schools. Like it was for all the construction like really built up that area. And you used to see deer like that all the time, like wild turkeys, foxes. Like it was it was great. And then it got built up. And it's like now you see deer, but it's like And they're not like they're not scared of you. Like I said, these deer, like when we were in the Pocono area, I was like, these things look like rugged. Like they look like they've
were hefty.
They've been through it.
Yeah.
I was like, the ones by me is it's like they look like they're all proper and like they have like an education or something like that.
Nice coat.
Yeah, look like they're getting their hair done. Like
Well, then we're going to go through the gate because where we're staying is a gated community. So we go through the gate and there are deer just blocking the gate and they are just unbelievably comfortable. It looked like they were just walking up to the window to go talk to the person there.
Yeah, it really did.
Crazy.
It really did.
They wouldn't move.
Yeah, they didn't want to let us in.
I'm like, please, let us pass. We just want to go to the house.
It was just funny because they seemed very comfortable around people too.
Yes, yeah.
And it's like I'm assuming that you guys are getting well fed. So
they must be. Well, this time of year too, they're eating as much as they can.
There wasn't that many people, at least that we noticed.
Yeah,
I mean there were people up there, but not. Like, I feel like that was more of a warm weather type of area because when I looked at the map, like there was a lot of like lakes and stuff around there. So I'm like, oh my god, this probably has like boating and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, there were a lot of docks and stuff, and I would love to go fishing. Also, if we could have gone hiking, the waterfalls that were over there. I kept talking about it. Like, I just want to go see the waterfalls.
Yeah. If the weather had cooperated, it would have been fun to go.
Well, next time we're definitely going back. The house was great. The cost was very fair. The location was fantastic. I want to ask, like, do you think you could ever live in a place like that far out, like that? It's not even as remote as some places, but pretty remote.
I probably could do it if I wasn't probably by myself.
Yeah.
Listen, like I live by myself now, so I can entertain myself, but also I can, I have opportunities to go places and like meet up with people and stuff like that. Like if I was out there, I mean, like I said, I'm a nature person, so I love hiking. I love being around water. I love like exploring, and even there are breweries and cideries and all sorts of stuff up there that I would be able to entertain myself, but also at the same time, I don't want to do all that stuff by myself.
Yeah,
like I'd want like somebody there, like. That wants to do that stuff, even if you're not a drinker or whatever. That's fine. Let's still go hiking. Because I like that area just because I feel like you get a lot more for your buck.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
Like you're gonna get more land. You're gonna be so
bigger
you can
house.
Yeah. So like you can make your property what you want it to be. Like if you want to do like ATVing or dirt biking or whatever, you want to
If you
stuff
want to
like
garden and
yeah, you
have
want
a
to have a
small
gigantic
farm, you could
garden
do
or
that. You
farm.
want to have a chicken coop, you got it.
I
Like,
mean, like so that wouldn't bother me.
yeah,
I think I could probably do it, but I think by yourself, I think that you might get bored. I don't know. I think I could, but I wouldn't want to say yes without really trying. I mean, it's different.
yeah.
It's different when you're on vacation. Like you got to spend like a month or something out
Oh
there and
yeah.
be like, can I
To really
entertain
understand if
myself?
that's what you
What
want
about
to.
you? Do you think you
Well,
could?
I mean, I lived in Virginia for a long time, and mind you, where I lived was much more of a town than that. But I've been out to areas like that where there really isn't much around. So I've lived in something kind of like that before. So it's not completely out of my comfort zone.
Mm,
I love having access to nature that close. I
yeah,
love having all of that at my fingertips. But like you said, I need some sort of connection there. I need another person. I need some sort of community there that,
yeah.
just know I'm not alone because it would get very lonely. So,
I mean, because you just want to be able to have a conversation with somebody,
yeah, even
like
with my kids and stuff, like it would still get lonely without other adults.
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I mean, that's something I could definitely understand. I mean, I also I think the only thing that would make me nervous out there is like accessibility, like if you got hurt or something like that, like
Yeah, emergency.
hospitals and
Yeah.
like doctors' offices and stuff. That's like you might be traveling a little bit, and also if you literally needed to go to the hospital,
Mhm.
you could have a 25-minute ride. I mean, that could be a long
Yeah,
ride
that's
if
that
you're
could be life or
if
death in
yeah
some cases. Where I know that a top medical center here is less than 10 minutes away,
yeah.
and an ambulance would be here in just a few minutes. So,
Hmm.
yeah, that's a very valid point. Also, like the nearest actual grocery store was about 30 minutes away. Just like being able to go get food is,
Yeah, yeah.
that's something. I'm sure there's, markets and things like that you can go to. I'm sure there are other options besides like a major grocery store.
And I think probably during the warmer months, you probably have a lot more farmers markets
Farmers
out.
markets,
Yeah.
yeah, for
So,
sure.
I mean I'm about because I'm all about that natural, food processes.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, what do you do during the winter?
Yeah.
Are you canning everything? Or I mean, like I said, I would love to have a gigantic, little farm, like vegetable garden for
Mm-hmm.
myself. Because I said, it's gonna be healthier, but at the same time, it's a lot of work too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, what do you do during the colder months? Because up here, unfortunately,
Well, you
cold
can.
starts November to
Yeah.
March, April.
You
So,
can. You preserve, you do things like that to
mm,
like save your stuff. So there are ways to like be a homesteader year round here,
yeah.
but or there even where it's 10 degrees colder than here. But yeah, I don't know. I think like I said, if I had my community, I think I could do it and I think I would actually really like the way of life. It
Hmm.
seems
It's easier.
slower and more peaceful and more at ease and that's something that I would really
Oh yeah,
like.
I agree with that.
Yeah, however, I do like having people around all the time, so that's pros and cons.
Well, I mean, like I said, in New Jersey, you can do kind of whatever you want. I mean,
Yeah.
you can leave literally right now and go find something to do. I mean, and plus, I also am a food person, so it's like I like being able to go to restaurants and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
in New Jersey, you can find a restaurant, within a rock's throw of anywhere.
Uber Eats too.
Yeah,
Just being
yeah.
able to get on my phone and order whatever I want.
Hmm.
Do you think you got Uber Eats out there? No. The Domino's that we had was questionable.
I
So,
mean, I said, I mean, like that's. So I mean, there's pros and cons of it.
absolutely.
I think it would probably teach me to become a better cook.
I mean, I would cook more. I am a good
Yeah,
cook.
you will. You
Can't
will.
wait for brunch on Sunday. But it would definitely force me to have to cook more and rely less on those sort of things, which would probably save me a lot of money and all that sort of stuff too.
Mm.
But you mentioned earlier about breweries. We hit up a couple breweries.
We did. I said, since we couldn't go hiking, we decided, what's in the area that, we
We
can
both love.
occupy our time, that we'll both enjoy, and that, it was chilly, that day because
It
it was
was,
snowing.
oh my gosh, it was not just chilly though. It was cold, but it was the wind. The wind was
Hmm.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's what made it even worse.
yeah. It really the wind was making the snow feel worse, and I
Hmm.
said, but what's a better way to heat yourself up than having a couple of drinks on a cold wintry start of winter day.
Absolutely. Had take having a couple flights.
Well, I
of
said, you
some
know,
delicious spirits and brewskis.
if you guys have checked out our Facebook and Instagram, you would see the couple of the places that we did visit. One of them was the Mountain View Vineyard,
Mm-hmm.
which, it was great because not only was it a brewery, it was a winery
And a
and a
distillery.
distillery.
Yeah, all three.
And you would think, okay, then they're all going to be mediocre. And sometimes places like that are.
Yep.
But this one, it was actually very surprising. They had quite a nice variety of stuff.
They did.
The distillery stuff that we had, I mean,
Was
the
very good. I thought it was
moonshines and the
very
whiskeys.
good. That blueberry moonshine tea, the drinkable. So it wasn't just regular moonshine. It was called drinkable moonshine. So it was 40
Yeah.
proof rather than like 70 or 80
70 or
proof.
80, yeah.
So you could really sip on it. And this blueberry one was so smooth and delicious. Oh my gosh, I wanted the jar of that.
Yeah,
I regret not getting it.
I had the apple pie moonshine that was real good. That was an 80 proofer, but it was it had a nice cinnamon like hit to it, but it wasn't overpowering. The whiskey I had there was great. Then I had the strawberry drinkable shine.
Oh yeah,
that was real good.
That was good.
I
had the peach, and that was not so good, but the strawberry was okay.
Yeah,
strawberry was
I
pretty
mean,
good.
like I said, like the beer that I had there.
The beer.
Now, was it the beer at that place? Or was
the beer at that place?
Yeah,
it was. So it.
Yeah,
you could tell it had potential, but it just was watered down.
So this is so I'm a beer person. I like beer.
Yeah.
But this beer, like as you said, did have potential to be good if it wasn't diluted.
Yes.
And that's what it really tasted like. Every single one of them. And I got a flight, and so I had 4 different ones. And Driz and me both tasted these, and I wanted her opinion. Like, what are you tasting out of this? Because to me, it tasted like they took, let's say, a keg of beer and turned it into 3 kegs because they added water to each of them.
Watered down.
It just diluted the flavors. It diluted the taste. I mean, the carbonation was still
no
there,
body,
but
no body in the beers at all.
Yeah,
and
I said, and it was very surprising because it was on all of them, and you could just tell that. I mean, I listen. I know inflation's hard right now and stuff like that, but I mean, if that's what you're doing to your beer,
I don't know if it was that or bad taps, or maybe they just don't know how to brew beer. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that was the like that's why I said in the beginning, this place I was surprising because they had good opportunities to be successful, and when we tasted the distillery stuff, I was like, okay, this has.
I wish we had some of the
opportunity.
wine. Like now, I wish that I tasted some of the winery stuff.
Doing.
Yeah.
I mean, but the beer was. It was just mediocre. It was just like if it wasn't like I said, if it wasn't watered down, I think that beer would have been real good.
I think so too.
I think I would have been.
That's why I said it had potential. The place itself was cool. It was like a big cabin vibe, like beautiful view, like out the windows, very nice big wraparound porch, really lovely place. And then of course it was a vineyard, so you had the fields of like the grapevines or whatever all over, and it was really gorgeous. I could imagine going there in the spring or summer when the grapes are really growing and like the leaves are blooming and everything's green, and I bet it's really gorgeous out there.
It probably is. I mean, honestly, it was a lot of fun to go there. I mean, this was a trip to kind of celebrate. Driz and my, we're coming up to our 20th episode soon. And it was fun to be able to.
It was more of a birthday trip for me,
birthday trip, 20th episode trip.
But I mean, it was more just a getaway and like unwind trip.
It was fun because we could share a couple drinks and talk about the show a little bit, but also just BS. And I mean, that's what this was. I mean, going up to a place like this. I mean, not too many people were there, so we kind of had the place to ourselves, and we just could kind of chill out.
Yeah, it was very quiet especially because of the weather.
They weren't rushing you out. They were like, enjoy your time, and and you could tell that they wanted you to be there because they brought over, hey, try this one.
Yep, he's like, this is my favorite. And I feel really bad because it tasted tasted awful.
It was just watered down.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. So,
but he was very sweet about it.
Very nice.
Yes.
I mean, I said I like that type of hospitality when it's like, hey, it's a nice days. Like,
I think the whole thing was worth it for that blueberry moonshine. Not gonna lie, the whole thing. I'm just like, I'm still regretting not getting
I said, well,
a jar of it.
We can go back out
Gotta
there
go
in the spring and maybe their beer will be better. I
Well,
don't know.
maybe we go out there for the wine. We do
Yeah.
that and get some moonshine, wine and moonshine.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, the second place that we went to.
Then we went to Barley Creek.
Yeah, Barley
And
Creek. We went to the tap room.
That was a really cool place. I mean, they had like
They're like chili dip chips or whatever that we got were
Yeah.
really good. So number one, good food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good. I mean, I had a nice like whiskey, tequila, like flight type of thing, and that really hit the spot. That I would say all of that was real good. And
I had the Bloody Mary
you had
with
the Bloody
the
Mary.
bacon vodka.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting. I wish the Bloody Mary mix, it was more that, the tomato juice. I didn't quite like the flavor of the tomato juice, but I loved the flavor of the vodka in it.
Was the tomato juice too spicy? Or
It wasn't spicy. It just didn't quite have I wish it was more like peppery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wish it almost had a little bit more spice or a little bit more horseradish, something like that. Or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it
wasn't bad.
It sounded good. Like I said, when we
Yeah.
read it, it sounded real good.
But the place itself was cool. They had a lot to do there.
I mean, they had games, like not, and it wasn't just outdoor games. Like some of the stuff that you could do was outdoor games, but
Yeah.
indoors.
Well, we were playing cornhole for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I said it was a cool place. It was like, it was very relaxed. Like they had like, sports TVs on and stuff like that. They had
the shuffleboard,
the
yeah.
shuffleboard we were playing, and I said it was just a cool, like, relaxed time. Like, once again, take your time, enjoy it. Like,
Yep.
I mean, and I said, and the fact that they served food, it was like,
Yeah.
you could have a little something and just not feel like rushed. Like you're not trying to just to drink. You're sipping on stuff and you're having something to eat and you're kind of relaxing. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
lots of families there too. There are a lot of people coming with
Yeah.
their kids. So like really like chill, relaxed environment. So I really liked it. I liked it. It was in a shopping mall. It was in like an outlet mall. So very interesting there.
it was very deceiving from the outside. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I wonder if this place is gonna be any good.
But when you walked in, like I thought it was pretty good. So
Yeah.
I would
I mean,
definitely go back.
I had one of their beers.
Mhm.
I thought one of the beer that I had, I think it was like it was an IPA with like Citra. I forget what the heck the name of
Okay.
it was, but it was real good. It was like a nice creamy beer, and it really hit the spot. Their beer was real good. So,
I want to do the beer flights there next. I
Yeah.
think that would be good. So wine at the first, wine and moonshine at the first, beer at the second. I
Yeah.
think that's like our game plan.
I think I said, I'd love there are a bunch of other breweries and
Yeah,
stuff out there
opposite
that
direction. We
opposite
got it,
direction.
and end of the week. So
Yeah.
most of them don't open until like
the
Thursday
weekend.
or Friday.
Yeah.
So we couldn't go to that many. There would have been so many more options if we had stayed at the weekend. But good to know for next time to plan our trip that we can go hit up some other ones in the opposite direction there.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's the point of it. You're meant to, try. Like I said, that's why I would be fine out there because they have those types of things.
Yeah,
out
and
there.
they're
It's
not
like,
that far. Like
Yeah,
some of those places were only like 15-20 minutes from the house.
and they were
So
close to each other, so it's like you could jump to like 1-2 and then do another 1-2 or 1-2-3. It's like
and like I
know.
said, end of the week, you could hit up like 4 or 5 spots in a day
Yeah.
and make a whole day of it, like a
Well, I
little
mean that's like
brewery
an
tour.
activity.
Yep.
As long as you're okay with driving. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know. Like we said, we don't know if we're gonna be like an Uber out there.
The
so.
one cool thing though that I love, like I said, about it being in nature, like I love to camp. We went camping together. I'm in my element when I'm in nature.
Yeah.
Having the state parks right there, like you can go camping anytime. You have that right there. It's so awesome. Just to be that close to that part of nature is just amazing to me. So
Well, I said
there's
the state
yeah.
parks are always nice because like you said with camping they have all the amenities there.
Yeah,
So,
like the showers and all that, because I'm a little bougie, not super bougie, but some of my friends won't camp with me. But, I like having showers and bathrooms and all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah, well,
but
when you need it.
yeah, when you need it. So that might be on our agenda next time. Maybe we go out there and maybe we even go camping for like a night of our trip or something. So we tie it in. I think
Yeah.
that'd be pretty fun. But I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I think
It
it
was a
would be
good
great
time.
if we go back, and I'd love to take another trip. I know we're talking about potentially a cruise or a trip to Mexico. So we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see what comes up
See
next.
what comes that
But
direction.
whatever we do, we'll definitely tell you all about it. You
Well,
know.
I said, you guys have started to become a part of our lives, so we want you to be a part of yours. So
Yeah, thank you for tuning in and listening about our week. We really enjoyed our little trip away, and we hope you enjoyed hearing about it. And definitely take a little trip to PA if you get a chance. There's so much beauty there, and it's really nice just to disconnect and unwind.
there's a lot of stuff real close to us. So I said, make sure you enjoy it,
Yeah,
and take a little time to yourselves because that's what you need.
absolutely.
But
Next, unwind.
from all of us here at Don't Sneeze on Me, this is T Money dropping the mic.
We out.